But Rita, go ahead and kick us off, man. Let's go ahead and break down really quickly, what is FE? A lot of people, understand us, from our background in FE. You and I both sold this product. We understand what this product is and, what the purpose of it is. But, at a high level, Rita, can you just kind of give a very broad overview as far as what the FE product is and what the market it serves?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. So I remember, when I was a kid, my dad used to watch like a lot of war movies, right? And I will, bless his soul, anyone who lost their parents here, may God bless them with, the heavenly places. But I remember I used to have him watch a lot of these movies, and then I asked him, like, Dad, like, you watch a lot of these war movies, like, what's about it? He said, let me teach you something. I said, when you watch these war movies, it's like life. And he said, when you want to win wars, you want to make sure to pick the right soldiers who are with you. And those are the ones that will get your back. When I look at the names of everyone who logged in and plugged in here, these are the people that I want to go to war with. So you showing up, you are here to show us that you want to learn. We just want to say we appreciate you guys, and we are all in the same rank. We are all together, to make these things better. Now, when it comes to final expense is an insurance product that consumers purchase or people purchase that they cannot afford to pay for their funerals. So God forbid if somebody dies, in the United States, it's very, very expensive to bury someone. In a lot of different cultures, there is no cost to it. The person passes away, their family take care of it. The neighbors comes in with some food, they get together, they go to the cemetery, they bury the person, they pray, they cry, and they go home. That does not exist in the United States. They have to pay for everything. They have to pay for the stone that has their name. They have to pay for the grave they're gonna go in. They have to pay for the people who put them in that grave. So it's very, very expensive. So they created this product called Final Expense. The reason why it's called final, because it's the end of people's life. This is their final bill because they are dead anyway, right? And then the reason why it's called expense, because that's the cost of burying them. So final expense is the last expenses or the last cost of these people, that they are going to incur or pay, once they are dead. Now, when it comes to this final expense, demographics or clients or prospects are very unique. So you see right now, everyone is talking about final expense. Jamal and I have been doing it for decades, but there are some specific clients that you guys need to go after. Those who really need that product, not those who might want to get that product, those who might buy it a year or 2 years from now, those who are looking for it right now. So the final expense market has always been booming. This is not new, but the final expense quality is what's missing right here. Because if we are talking to a client and they want to get the final expense because they cannot afford to pay for the funeral, but if they cannot afford the premiums, that's not a good client. So these are the people that everybody will be wasting time trying to acquire, but at the end they don't have a bank account, or they can pay, or they can purchase that product. So the final expense, again, it's the final expense, the final bill. And the US market is always been growing because people are getting older. The more they get older, the more they need that service, and the more that the volume will be there. But the most important thing is for you guys to understand the mind of these customers, the intent, meaning what they are going to do. And Jamal and we're gonna teach you things that we have done with a lot of major call centers who became very major in this business, and just follow Jamal's program that he set together for them, and he's gonna set it up for you. So if someone says, hey, so-and-so, what do you sell? What is your product? Say, well, we do lead gen for the final expense. So now you understand what final expense is. I don't know if I missed anything, Jamal.
The only thing that I would add to that, Rita, is just kind of clarifying who that demographic is a little bit more. Because, for final expense, we're talking to people who really are those individuals who didn't take the time to plan their entire life. There's a difference between the affluent clients and then, the subprime clients who, don't have a lot of money, don't have a lot of resources, and don't spend a lot of time planning for their futures. And those are the people that we're trying to serve. We're trying to serve those people who didn't take the time to plan 20 years in advance. Now they're waiting until they're gotten older. Their options have become a lot more limited. Their health isn't as good as it once was. So you got to also understand that there's different types of life insurance as well. You have some policies that last for a set period of time. And the final expense product that we sell specifically is a product that has a fixed premium. Okay, the premium's guaranteed to stay level for ever. It's never going to go up on you. It's really never going to go down on you. And then you have a face amount. Okay, that's guaranteed never to go down. So then when people get a policy, it's locked in for the rest of their life. So they don't even have to think about it. Now, the important thing to understand is that these products, or when you get a final expense policy, it doesn't have to just be used for burial. People get caught up in that is only meant for burial. No, it's meant for your final expenses. So if your final expenses is a cremation versus a burial, you can do that with a final expense policy. That's 100% okay. And then the other thing that you guys need to understand is that this product is not for everybody. It's not for everybody. I told you that there are people who planned and people who did not plan. If someone tells you that they have everything already in order, and they genuinely do, this product isn't for them. I just told you guys, this product is meant for people who have not taken the time to adequately plan in their earlier years of their life. And now they're trying to scramble and get caught up, and they're realizing that their life is not infinite. And they're realizing that there is going to be a bill left for their family if they don't take the time to proactively plan now. And that's why it's so important for us to have this conversation with these people. And I need you guys to understand what we do for families is something that we can't put a price on that. We can't. Nobody understands what that feeling is like when we actually deliver a check to a family when somebody passes away. You don't understand what that's like. That's life-changing for a lot of these people that already don't have nothing. You think if the parent didn't plan, the kid is actually planning? Most of the time, not. And that bill is usually stuck with the kid. They got to get either some payday loans, or they got to leverage their credit cards, or they're having car washes trying to find a way to raise the money to bury and put their family to rest. And that's not a good position for anybody to be in. And that's why it's our priority to have this conversation, because if we don't have it, who will? Okay, this is not an easy conversation for us to have with people. A lot of people don't want to think about this stuff, but I'm going to tell you guys this. If they don't think about it, what's end up going to happen is their family is going to wonder why they didn't. Nobody taught to them. And that's where it's our responsibility to make sure we have this conversation. Okay, we have to have this conversation. But at the same time, this product isn't for everybody, but we got to understand who it is for. And based off of who it is for, we have to be able to serve that demographic as best as we possibly can. I just wanted to add that piece, Rita.
No, which is true, Jamal, because most of the people who acquire or who are looking for the final expenses, the people who don't have money. If they have money, or if they've had money, they don't be looking for it, right? They just purchase it, or they have a ton of money in their bank account, right? So that's why when we are in the business of trying to acquire the right customer, the right fit, we want to make sure that, one, they really are interested, they really are, and number two, that they can afford it, so they can do it. So that's how you create that genuine product.